Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, if you see this video complete, you will be able to complete these two artboards, wherein we can say these two screens you will be able to create in Adobe XD and then export them to Flutter application. So let's get started. So this is your Adobe XD homepage. Then you can select iPhone or iPad or web design to create any of the designs. So right now we will go for iPhone, and once you click, you'll enter the main window wherein you can see a artboard, and then there are many options. You can add a rectangle, so like this you can add a rectangle, and whatever you add here you can see in this assets link, wherein if you click this you can see this is the component, one component, and you can see color. So color is these and this, so all these you can do it. Then you can add circle, you can add a triangle, you can add line, you can use pen tool, you can use text, and then you can also add another artboard which will be second screen, so like this. Okay, but right now we are only working on the first screen. Other than that, whatever you create here, you can see this all the attributes of artboard, whatever we can apply. So let's go on with giving a color to it. So I would say color is this, so we'll just directly give the color, but let's see the design. So this is our color as a background, so we will open this tool, and we'll use pen tool. So it is 070708. Okay, so we are going to change it from here, right? So this is the tool, this is the color, and once you enter, the color will be coming here. Okay, now let's add an image. So this is the image which we want to add here. Okay, so first of all, let's give it a size, and the size will be 240 by 386. Okay, you can remove this lock icon so that it will not be aspect, means it will not whenever you change width, the height will not change. Okay, then you can place it in the center, and probably from top you will have 90. Okay, yes, so this is the position of it. Then we have to add, let's see the design. Yes, then we have to add this courses text. You will take this text and write C here. Then again you will take text and write another text with this. Okay, now, okay, right, now you will use this selecting tool and align C with courses so that these two are together. Now one important thing is you have to make this as a component. The reason why I am saying this is because it acts as a component, and Flutter also knows that this is a combined component, and this can also be used as your logo for future screens. Okay, right, so how you can make it a component? Basically, component is just a widget, what we call in Flutter. So you select this, shift and select this, and then right click, and you can make component, or you can directly press Command K or whatever shortcut you have. Okay, now second thing, the text size of this will be, so I would say 32, and Futura is the font that we will be using. Then color also we will choose, but before that let's make size of this also as 28, and same font. Right, now you have to actually move it little bit this side, and it should be in center of the widget, right? So this is good. Now this whole component, you can see here, this whole component has to be centered in the screen, right? So just drag it like this, and probably it should be from top it should be 40, because considering that there will be a cut on the phone, that's why. Now we have to give color to this, so I would again go to my preview, and then we will use this color picker. Just select this color. Okay, it is F4B000. You can copy it from here, and while selecting this you can go to fill and paste this here. Okay, so this is the color, and for this it's a white color. Just drag it completely. Right, now your logo is complete. Okay, now we have to add this text, your work email, right? So we will use this tool. Yes, before that, select this selecting tool, and then these are the guidelines from left and right, so you can take it to 16 from left, and then again you can take 16 from right. If you can see on the top, there is a pink text which is 16. So these are the guidelines, right? Now everything should start from here and should end like this. Okay, so we will add this text, your work email, right? Perfect. And what will be the font? It's Futura and 28. The font size is perfect. Now go to again select tool and then move it to the starting point. So you can see 16 is your X, right? And then the Y position should be 485 so that it comes little down. Now how you will add email and this email and the password thing. So you can get the UI kits. So there are already some components created for you by Adobe team or the team which is actually responsible. So suppose material design is from Google, so they have already created Adobe XD importable file which you can import and use their components by default. So right now I think we will go to material design. It will actually download it for you, and once it is downloaded you can open that. So it will be sticker sheet components. Component. We will just copy it and we can close it. Then we will paste it here. So we have got our component completely here. Okay. So the position of this can be 535 from top, and from left it will be 16, and the width will be completely to your screen width. Now you need to change the font size and color as well, right? So color you will make it as white. Okay, and opacity also you will make 0 so that it is completely white. Then similar thing you will do with this. You will make it as white, and I think opacity should be this thing for, because it's actually the UI says it's little bit opaque. Okay, so we will make this as like that, and font size for this will be 24. Futura again. Okay, I think it is too much, but yeah, let's see. Again 24. Futura. Yep. Okay, now we will change the text, so it will be I think font sizes are too much, so let's reduce that. Okay, it should be then 20. Perfect. And this can also be 20. Perfect. Now the color of this line, so if you click on this, or there is one more scenario, if you are not able to click on this, you can zoom it and then click on it. Perfect. Otherwise you can see this stack wherein you will see all the items. So this is our component. If you click on this icon, you will see all the things which are there. So this is your line, I guess, or yes, I think yes, this is the line. So you will have to make it as border as white. Okay, perfect. And it depends, you can change the width of this size to 1, and it will be little more shrink. Now scrolling back down, one thing we have extra, which is character count. So you have to just delete it, you don't need it. So the height of this will also reduce. Now what you have to do is you have to make this as your own component. You copied this from somewhere. Also delete this cursor, it's not needed, right? So this is your component. Okay, now you select it and press Command K. This will become your master component. Okay, now you can copy this and paste it below. Just drag it and you will have something like this. Okay, so the Y position probably is 615. Let's make it from here. Okay, and change the text, which will be, why I am saying to add components, it's like Flutter also has widgets, and it will be always useful when you create widgets, common widgets and common components, so that they can be reused in the application. Like this courses can be reused in the second screen or third screen, and then you can use these input fields, right? If you change something in master component, okay, so suppose you change this email and you change the text, you change the font size to 24 and you press enter, you can see the password is also changed because you have changed the master component. So it will be easier for you to change from a single piece of code, right? It will be good. We need to add a button here. Probably I will just scroll it. I will just zoom it more so that we can add. Now we need a rectangle, and we will add a rectangle like this, right? Is this a border? Yes. So this has border. We will first remove the border because we don't need it. Okay, and to make it pixel perfect, you see it, it's completely matching. Okay, no problems with that. Now we need to make it rounded. So our radius, which will be from top left, will be 60, so that it becomes rounded. Okay, right, and then we will add a text which will be sign in. I don't know whether, yes, so this is a text. Of course, you need to change the color for it first, which will be black. Yep, and just select tool, and then you have to make it in center of this thing. Probably you can add one space there. How does it look? Yep, so there is a space, and yes, so this is how it looks, and we can make it in center. Yes, so this is in center, but what about this height? So height of this is 60, I think. Yes, and from left it should be 195, and y, yes, make it like this, and y will be 752. Okay, these values I have sorted out, so I'm just writing from my copy. Okay, then this is your sign in button. You can make this text as 24, which looks nice. Now just make this as component, right, so that it again becomes a different widget of your screen. Okay, and combining this and this, which is a form, you can make another widget which is your master component. So now you can take this and drag anywhere. Okay, fine. Now you will add 3 lines. So go to this line and start from here. Okay, right, you can add border as I think 2, which is fine, and the color will be white. Okay, so this is how it is. Now let me zoom it a little bit. Okay, so by default, if you see, these are straight lines, right? We need a curved line. So what we will add is, we will select this thing and it becomes circular. Okay, then the position of this is 18 as per my diary. Width is 25. Okay, and y position is probably 790, right? So this is the position. Now you will just copy it and paste it. You will drag this, and there should be gap of I think 10, which makes it okay. 55 will be the rounded value, and width of this can be 15, right? And then again you will copy this and paste it. The pasted one is always on the top of it, so you can drag it using shift, or you can directly use mouse. Okay, so this will be 80, right, and the width will be 10. So how is the UI? I hope you like this, and let's now import this in your project. So first things first, you need to create a Flutter project. So I will head on to my terminal, and in my projects directory I have already created a folder. Okay, so this folder only contains these images which will eventually go in your assets. Okay, so never mind of this, but you can create a Flutter project like this. Flutter create dot. It will quickly create a Flutter project faster than your IDE, and then you can just close it. That's it, terminate it. Now you will open IntelliJ. Yes, and then open the project and select this project. So your home, your general project is there right now. Okay, so first things first, you need to plugins. First one will be Adobe XD 0.1.4, and the second one will be Flutter Screen Util. There is very much necessity of this package right now when you are using Adobe XD to generate your code. Then you will again go to terminal and just write flutter pub-get to update these dependencies and download their code and build it in the project. Of course, you can get rid of your main.dart completely. Yes, one thing less. So what you will do is copy these all images and paste in assets folder. So create a new folder which will be assets, and then you can add all these images into your assets folder. because this will be needed, right? And give the path of that assets folder here. Right, and no need to add any fonts, it's not needed because Adobe XD is taking care of that. So your project is ready to be used by Adobe XD now. Okay, so we'll go to Adobe XD again, and then we will use this plugin. Select this and click export all widgets, or you can see UI panel. So if you see in UI panel, you have to select the Flutter project first. Okay, so go to your folder again, it is in Flutter, and this is the folder. So here my Flutter project is, so I have given the path of it, which is this. Okay, then code path will go in lib, which is by default. You can change assets path. Ideally it is not working, but in future you will need to do that. Then export color assets, this is also not working. A file is generated but nothing is being added into that file, so it is unnecessary to select this option. Okay, now export all widgets. Okay, and remember, these lines are just your guidelines and you can get rid of them. This is your UI. It will not be exported to Flutter project. Okay, now there are two warnings, so let's see. First one is PEEP18 image does not have a Flutter image name. That is fine. Could not find fonts entry in pubspec.yml. I don't know why this is like this. So this is our IntelliJ IDE, right? And you can see yes, component 112131 iPhone XX. You don't want these, right? You want to rename them. So why you have to do that in your project? Do it here. Okay, I will tell you how. I will show you how to do it. So component 21. First of all, you can rename it here itself, which is your button. So it will be your primary button, right? Then this is your container. So you can say input form, or you just add widget also. Just or you don't need it. That's it. Input form, and this is your logo. So you can say logo, and PEEP18 is just an image. It is nothing extra than that. Okay, what about this component? Okay, it is inside this, so just rename it also. Rename the master one, so it will be input label. That's it. Okay, and again this also you can rename it as input password label. After doing this, you will head on to plugin. If you see this widget name, so the widget name will be created based on the component name. Input password label. Okay, sorry, I have actually renamed that in a wrong manner. So let's go again here. This is input label. Okay. Yes, so we did a little mistake. It is input password label, and this is input email label. Okay, just we can rename them. Then again go to plugins, and if you select this one, it will be input email label. If you select this, it is actually not giving me anything. Ideally it should give, but it's not giving. Let's see what happens to this. And this courses, you can see the logo, and then primary button, you can see primary button, and these are just normal things. Don't worry about that. Delete all these because the new files will be added and previous ones will not be deleted. Remember this thing always. Okay, I will create export all. Then you will see some forms files created. Again, this is the file name which is wrong created. So what we will do is we will select this artboard, and you can see the name of this. So we will say login screen for this. Okay, and then we can delete all these except the main.dart. Do not delete main.dart. That's a mistake I did, so it's a warning for you. And then export all the widgets. You can see the proper names: input email label, input form, login screen, logo, and primary button, right? So why don't we start the simulator? Let's see. Once it starts, I will show you. Yes, so this is how it comes, and we forgot to change our entry point to login screen. That's why we saw that. Now just restart the application and you can see this thing right now. Can you imagine what went wrong? What is happening? So first of all, we will go to our login screen. Why we cannot see the image? The reason is this asset image, and it says PEEP18 image, but Adobe XD plugin right now is unable to do the things for you in right way. And when you refresh the app after adding assets, you can see the image, right? Okay, let's just remove debug banner so that it looks good. Okay, now what else is wrong? We actually said that this should come till the end. The button is not at the bottom. These things are not at the bottom. The only reason is the hard-coded values, the width and height of everything. The code which is generated by Adobe XD plugin is actually using transform.translate. Basically, it is giving just this position for your image to come there. Okay, and similarly with this primary button. So if you go to your primary button, okay, you can see that this container, the width is 180, height is 60, and the position of this will be decided by this thing, 195 and 752, which is on your screen at the right place. But this size is according to, I will show you, according to your artboard size, which is 375 by 812. And this is the time where you see screen util take the command. So you will go to your project, and we have, as I said, we use this plugin. So what you need to do is go to your login screen inside your build method. Okay, and don't do it in main, because if you do in material app, the context is actually not created, the app is not initialized, so it won't be able to give you correct thing. So what you need to do is use screen util dot init, context let it be, width you have to give, and height you have to give. These width and height are nothing but the width and height that are decided by the designer on which they have created your designs. So 375 goes here and 812 goes here. Now, how do you use screen util in your files? So I'm going to show you a very vague way. There is no automatic way for this, but first of all, you need to import screen utils extension. Okay, then for all widths you will add w, so that what it does is nothing. It just uses this method which is set width, and this method is actually multiplying your scale with the width that you provided. If you want to dig deep, I will take another lecture for this, and let me know in the comment section. I probably think many of you are aware of this, but if you don't know, then let me know. Okay, so this will actually scale it. 68 will not be 68 anymore. It will be something else. Probably it will be multiplied by 1 point something or multiplied by 0 point something. Okay, similarly, now width will be used for horizontal dimensions, and h, which is height, will be used for vertical directions, and font sizes will be using SP or SSP. Okay, so how do we do that? We will add manually everything, and this is a hectic job, and that's why I said make components, because now if you change something here, you don't need to export all the widgets. You will just export this thing, export image directly. Or if you select this thing and change something on the font size, you just need to go here in the plugins, export the selected widget. That's it you want to do. Okay, and your text will be updated. Anyway, okay, we have done till here. Let's do quickly. So it's very quick job, although it's repetitive, but this will actually be giving good results. Okay, now I am restarting the application. Okay, and done. So this is how you do it. You can see these two things, because since it was a master component, these things got repeated, but again, based on the parameters, you can change it. Okay, so still I'm saying Adobe XD plugin is in early access, so probably these things can be done in a more generic way, but right now it's not done like this. Let's move to the second screen. We're going to create this now. Okay, so we'll go to our artboard and click here. it will be our second screen, which we can name it as you can say courses screen. Okay, and this one is login screen. Before making any changes, I would like to correct my previous mistake, which was selecting this color. So I found out that the color of this is different. Okay, so it is something this. So this was the exact color which was there. Okay, and this is how it will look. And to make this change in our project, we will go here and copy it here. We are not going to replace everything because again it will be everything will be changed. Okay, so that's right. Anyways, similarly the same color will come in here, which is this one, and go. Now copy this, yep, and paste it here, which will exactly come in the center. Now I want to also add guidelines so that we work well and we don't position elements in a different positions. Okay, right, then 16 from right hand side. Fine. Now let's add a menu icon. So for that you will go to plugins again, like this. So these plugin you can download from you can add, and you can go here and you can search for it. So I have added some, but you can search for it, and it is icons for design that I have added here. And it will be, I will search for menu, and I can see there is a menu icon. Anything we can take. So we will just zoom it a little bit. Okay, and then we'll drag it down and put it aligned with our guidelines. Now make the color of it as white, right? And you can see the curves are not there, so we will try to add curves now. So we will add border and add the curves like this. Now it's a bit tricky, so I have found a solution how you can add the curves. So right now the border is black in color, just make it as white. Okay, and now add the borders. Now what you need to do is you need to select all these. So double click on this, you will select all these, and then you can drag it using this thing, so that this one is bigger than this, and this one is smaller than this. Okay, so all these things are done. I don't think why. Yes, so applying this border, it will make the border as rounded, which is as per the image. Okay, so minimizing it, yes, it looks good now. Again you cannot decrease the size of it much, so I would suggest how you can do it. It's actually bit of a hack. So again you click on this and put it like this, so you can actually reduce the height of it in this way. Okay, okay, and then overall size, press escape so that the pen tool is gone, and when you select this, you can change the size of it, which will be 35 by 35, which is like this. Okay, now we need to add a circle avatar like in this preview. Okay, so we will close this and add a circle here. Press shift so that it is symmetrical, and then press this icon, bring it there, and the size of it okay, 30 is okay, but remove the border, it's not needed. Now add an image to it. So suppose I want to add this image, right? So drag it on top of this circle and it will be auto cut, but it should be shifted, right? So double click on this and you will be able to position it. Also you can change the size of you can change the size of this image. Okay, like this. Now while you do this, the circle's color will not be present anymore. You will have to duplicate this. So command C, command V, and it will be duplicated on top of this. So as you can see here, P18 are duplicated 2 times. So from one you can delete the image. Okay, so I will just take it here, and now you will not delete the image, you will just select the white color again, so it becomes white. And now you will again shift it to this place and right click on this and send backward, so the image will come on top and the white background will be there, so it matches with our design. So this is the concept that we will be using here as well. Okay, now let's add this text, which is very easy. Just click on this. So hi Mark, and color of this will be white. and then font size should be 28, right? And just double click on this and make it bold, Command B. Okay, and also don't forget to again position it with our guideline and give certain margin, so 20 should be fine. We will go to our design, and it's a field with a search icon. So you will add a rectangle like this, matching the edges. Okay, and then make it curvy, and you can see here the 10 value, so you can make it as 12 or 15, which will make the curve value. Remove the border. So after doing this, you add another rectangle from here till here. Okay, and then again remove the border and make the two borders. So this is top right and bottom right. Okay, make them, once you select it, this will be highlighted, so you know which border is going to change. Okay, so as you can see here, this rectangle is there. Now go select it and provide the color to it. The color would be this one, right? And also add some shadow to it, which will make it little bit highlighted on top. Then you will go to your plugins again and search for the search icon, which is this, and yep, choose this one, which is little bit smaller. So just select it. Oh, it's done 2 times, so just drag it here. Okay, and change the size of it to 25 by 25, and then try to center it. Perfect. And make the color of it as white, right? You can make this as component, which is your app bar. Okay, so Command K, and this is your component. Now if you go to stack and click on this, you can say app bar, which will be your app bar. And even if you say in the plugins you select XD to Flutter and UI panel, then this will be your app bar. Similarly, the same thing we will do with our search icon. So select these 3. Okay, and you can check what is selected. So all these 3 things are selected, and you can make it as component, which will be search. Okay, now let's see the design. What is okay? Before that, we made a mistake. Yes, so let's add a text here. Looking for, which is actually slightly of this color, but with some opacity. Okay, because it's a hint, and again the size of it will be very small, which can be 14, I guess. Yes, perfect. And then you can make it in center. Okay, vertically in center. Probably you can increase the size to 18, which will look good, and again making it in center. We will add this also in the component. What you can do is you can ungroup component, yes, and then you can select all these things, right? And also this rectangle 3, and then press Command K, so everything will be component, and this will be your search field. Fine. Okay, now let's see our popular course. So just copy this, paste it, and drag it so that you have something here. Our popular course, and make it as bold, and overall size will be 24. Perfect. Then just again copy it, paste it, and it will be view all. This time its size should be 12 or 14. 12 is too small. Fine. Okay, select it and put it here vertically in center, or yes, this will be good. Now you need to add another text, which is the subtitle of this. You can say we would recommend these courses, so it will be we would recommend these courses, right? And the font size again will be 14, which is fine, and the color of this can be little bit okay, fine. I think it should be 16, little bit. Yep. Okay, now let's add the card. So for card as well, I would like to add some dimensions. So of course this text and the image should come with the line, so 16 plus 14 more will be fine. And then again there should be some half line. So first let's add a rectangle, which will start from here, and it will go till the center of your screen, but minus 10. So you will subtract minus 10 from here, which is 162, or 165 is fine. So the width of this will be 165. The other card will also have 165, and there will be sufficient gap. And also just make the radius as 10, which is fine. Okay, now this line, according to this line, yes, you need to actually add one more guideline, so that this starting point is 296, so this one will be 310, which is 14 from top and now 14 from left, right? So the calculations are pretty symmetrical. Now you will add coding, yes, and then select it, mark it as black. Okay, after that just position it according to guidelines. Yes, now copy this again, and it will be course for new students, course for new, enter students. Okay, and this time of course s should be small. This time it will be 15, and the color will have some opacity. Perfect, right? Great. And also you can reduce the line height if you want, which can be 18. Yes. Now you need to add image, so let's do that. First of all, again search for the image. I want to add this image and drag it on this card, so it comes on top. That means the image, the card's color is gone because image has taken the priority. So first we will double click on the image and resize it like this, and then position only the image. Okay, like this. Perfect. Now we will duplicate this. Of course you remove the background border first. Okay, then you duplicate this card, and this time you make it as white color. Okay, and again send to back, because all the things should go at back side, that's why. And this image, double click on this, put it here, which will be fine. Okay, so this is your card. I think image size is too short, too small, so this should be fine. Perfect. Yes. Okay, when you double click on this, you will select the image and not the card. Okay, but when you select the card, only the full card will be selected, and if you drag it, you can see the card is dragged. The background is always there. Okay, so now you will have a rectangle which will be like this, and just zoom it because we want to remove the border, and also we want to give some this thing, the radius, and the color will be black. Now you will have a text which will be view. Of course this text is on the background, so we'll bring it in foreground. Right click, bring forward, sorry, right click, bring to front. What happened? Or we can say take this backward. Okay, if you're not able to do that, then probably like this you can do. What is that rectangle? It's fourth rectangle. Okay, why is that happening? Probably, okay, maybe just remove this, because I want to add in this. So let's do this. Oh, what happened this? Let's see. Perfect. So yes, this and this, make it a component. This one and this one, make it a component and name it as view button. Okay, and together, yes, before making everything a component, I will now tell you that multiple images we need. That's why I will not make this as component, just to show you, because previously, you know, this happened that email and password was same, so that's why. Okay, and then you can drag it here, probably. Yes, after this, let me just increase the size of this a little bit more. Yes. Okay, now copy everything, paste it and drag it below your one card, right? Then again, now you need to change the images. So what you will do, right click on this, replace image, and select anyone. So suppose you select this. Now the image will come here, of course. Resize it to sufficient size and then move it here. And yes, oh, 1 second. we actually resized whole contain rectangle. So just double click on the image and only resize the image. So now you can position it and it will be cropped. Okay, similarly, now let's export this. So just just select this. Okay, and have we made all the components? No. So let's make this as a component first. Okay, probably it will be 4 components. So command K, one card. I'm just simplifying this because I know it's not good idea to do this way, but again I'm doing it like this just to show you we can have multiple cards also. Perfect. Now you want to only yes, first of all you want to click on this sign in button and navigate to this. So what you can do is go to prototype, click on this sign in, and yes, and now when you click on this, so when you do this, the tap action will actually transition it to courses screen, and which will be dissolve. So we will do slide right. Let's do that, and animations are also decided. Now go to design again, go to the plugin section, check this box prototype interactions because we need that. Okay, we need the interaction, but you just need to actually only export this button. Otherwise, if you export whole login screen, then it will be issue. Click on this export widget. It will again ask for the project to be selected, so it's in Flutter and this directory. So I reopen the project, that's why it is showing like this. Now since it's re-exported, we will go to our IntelliJ. We will see our login primary button, and this time probably it should have the link, which it does not have. I don't know why. Is the app running? Yes, so app is running. When I click on this, nothing happens, of course, because probably we will have to first export this whole page. So export all widgets. If I do that, I think it will create issue. Okay, yes, so all these widgets have come now. One card, app bar, courses screen. Let us see the previous things with, oh my god, previous are also okay. Let's undo. No, undo is also not working, so probably it will be a hardship to do now, but again I will show you. I will run the app, and yes, so this is how it looks, sign in and all these things, right? So probably now let's do this for. So after doing lot many changes with adding width and height, this card is different from this because I have changed the position of this element just to try it out. So we will go to card, so we'll go to one card, which is this. Okay, and the reason why it is like this, we can see here. Click on this card. This container, 2 containers are there, which we actually did in Adobe XD, these 2 containers on top of each other. But again, because this container is completely wrapping on top of this, the image is in center. So what we need to do is we need to add position widget. Now this is again work that a developer has to do after the designer has given this code to him or her. So change the height and width of this, and then position. So let's see what happens with the change. So this is the position, this is the height and width. Now you need to align with bottom, which will be -5.h, and left will be -15.h .w, and now it is at perfect position, right? So these both the things we have to copy and apply to card 3 as well as card 4. For card 2 I have already applied, so just so this is how you do it. This is the review of Adobe XD, and I hope you have learned something today. And this is the UI. I will click on this, coming back to this. So I hope you enjoyed it. You will share it with your friends. Like the video if you have really learned something today. Also, you can subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Hit the bell icon so that whenever I post new videos, you can get the notification and never miss the content. That's it for today, and thank you guys.